everybody. Sorry, I've been a bit busy lately. That's probably why I haven't been doing so many reviews. I've had a shit ton of games to play. No, I mean Skyrim's amazing, but aside from that, I have actually managed to play both Battlefield 3 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. That being said, I have actually played both of them through and through, played the multiplayer, played the other things on it, and I had the ultimate results, and which game was actually better. Now normally I don't like to compare these types of games because they are kind of somewhat different, but because of all the fanboy rage and all that crap that's going on, I realized that, the only way to do this is to, kind of compete both of them, to categorize and to ultimately decide which game was actually better. I had to get 4 different types of categories, which were campaign mode first off, multiplayer mode, co-op, and the additional features that come with the game, and the overall lasting. That being said, let's start with the campaign mode. But before we do this, I do want to ask on this YouTube page that we do none of the following, because I hate when I see this on all the other ones that do normal reviews. First off, no trolling, no flame warring, no fanboy crap in general, because it's a nice, simple review that I made, and I really wouldn't come on to yours and mess it up. And other than that, it's just a game. That being said, let's go to the campaign mode. Let's start with the biggest problem I see in both of these games, and most military shooters in general. The campaign is always thrown in the back burner. While this is seldom complained about, I enjoy a good story. Now, the benefit I found out of Modern Warfare 3 was just the ability to give more detail, because it has had 2 games previously made to actually give some more detail and some more stories, so that is a bit of a plus. Granted, the story is far-fetched. It would make well for any casual war novel. Now, both stories throw us and around the world. Both stories throw us around the world in a world trip. But actually, one of those is actually fun. Each has their fair share of dirt-poor slums, modern cities, and close-quarter hideouts. But let's compare the portion of the game. Warning: this contains mild spoilers. Battlefield 3 opens up with a romp through the small city between Iran and Iraq. While this isn't saying much, the battle heats up once an earthquake actually hits, and that throws a little bit of excitement into the factor. While this sounds fun, the bland corridor shooting between such massive set pieces is annoying and dragging. That being said, let's compare it to the opening sequence of Modern Warfare 3. Call of Duty opens up in your own backyard. That being said, it's in our heart. This is New York City, of all places. Surrounding us is the iconic streets of Wall Street, Broadway, and you see the sights and ooze of Americana in general. So you have a little bit more, to lose and more at stake than in Battlefield, where you're in some other country where, I don't even remember the name. So it has a better focus on the actual story. And this continues for a majority of the game. Each maintains a cast of 2-dimensional characters, but the set pieces are a lot more elaborate and a lot more at home. You know these things, and they're a lot more substance than actual Battlefield 3. And the voice work is higher quality in Modern Warfare 3. Both of them are very hammed. However, the voice cast is better, way better than Battlefield 3. Now, I admit Battlefield 3 has a section involving homeland threats, but this impact is far less than any set piece in Modern Warfare 3. So while you have these big, nice pieces of refreshment in between all that crap in Battlefield 3, you have all these set pieces at once in Call of Duty. That being said, that leads me to the core of the campaign. One of the most agonizing aspects of Battlefield 3 is the poor enemy and team AI. Frequently, allies will steal your cover, push you out into the line of fire, and before you even can, do something, you're already killed. This is frustrating on so many levels. Even on the easiest mode, it is frustrating because it'll happen at any moment in time. And it's just, they push you out and they don't go find their other cover and stuff like that, and it just defeats the purpose of Battlefield 3, which was the realism. Enemies will run out of their hiding spaces, and the overall difficulty to defeat the enemies is fairly easy. You can beat the hard mode in about 6 hours, but it is also extremely stressful because if you don't do it in a certain way, it will not work for you. So let's say that you have the opportunity to, go up and throw a grenade or C4 or whatever on a tank for whatever reason. This is just hypothetical. I don't know if you can actually do that in the game. But the thing is that if you try to do it another way, you will die. You have to use the RPG. That being said, Call of Duty offers, while it's pretty much linear in a sense, it is exactly the same way. They do give you opportunities to use different methods and strategy to attack. So that kind of makes the game more robust and more interesting because you can figure it out in other ways, not just one way. Another main problem that I found in Battlefield 3's campaign is the horrendous QuickTime events. These QuickTime events are so, often in the game that it becomes silly and stupid and repetitive. So it becomes unfun to play, and by the time the end of the campaign, you are so sick of the campaign, you wish you never played it. By far, I'm going to be completely honest, this is the worst campaign I've ever played in any game, any shooter, and that's saying a lot. I had a lot to say about Battlefield in the campaign, and it is the biggest flaw of the game. Trust me, it gets better. While DICE, it makes an admirable attempt at the minimum to try to compete with Call of Duty. Call of Duty takes the campaign mode by storm. It's far more interesting, far more investing, and you can actually spend a little bit more time going through the levels, and there's more stuff to find. So that being said, the point goes to Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Why nobody will uphold. Now let's get to the tough stuff. Let's talk about the multiplayer. Now everybody can say Battlefield 2 had probably one of the best styles of multiplayer. It was new, it was innovative, and it helped develop a definite ranking system that no game prior to it actually had. 3 follows the same formula as in Bad Company, but offers a vast and fresh style of multiplayer. Ranking is a challenge in this game, and you have to earn your stripes on Battlefield. Modern Warfare 3 often lets people slide through, which can explain a lot of kids on it.
Fine! No connection interrupted! No! Oh my god, what the heck? I was finally getting killed!
Battlefield 3 feels more established and more firm when it comes to actually making a multiplayer game. DICE offers different categories on how to play it, and you have different team qualities that makes it a lot more realistic and a lot more complex than any other shooter out there. It is engaging, and firefights are always a thrill. And the ability to play with 64 people on the PC is definitely a plus. While on Xbox, you can only play about 32 people, it still feels like the same feel, in the sense that you are fighting an intense firefight unlike anything in any skirmish that Call of Duty can offer. That being said, Call of Duty does have some interest, but this is my big problem, and I'm talking solely because of the Xbox situation. It's called the Xbox homogeneous effect.